Hey guys, let me show you how I made my own sewing pattern and how you can too copy a sewing pattern. So what I did is I recreated or copied this sewing pattern from this adorable puppy plush. Why do you want to copy it? Well, I don't know. Maybe you want to recreate your own custom plush or even make a memory puppy plush using like baby clothing and whatever else cool idea you have. So before you get started, take pictures of the front, back, and sides. So you are going to need a seam ripper. It's going to make the job a lot easier. And if you don't know how to use a seam ripper, definitely check out my link right up there on the top right of the screen where I show you exactly how to use this if it's your first time using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the seams of this adorable puppy plush, sorry to see you go, with this seam ripper. I try to be extra careful with the seam ripper because I don't want to rip the fabric. So I'm going to collect the pellets because I can always reuse them in my new plush. I just continue seam ripping wherever I see a seam. And in case you don't know what a seam is, it's the part where two fabrics are sewn together. And what I'm doing is not ripping the fabric of the plush, but I'm ripping the actual thread holding the two fabrics together. At this point, not to confuse myself, I see that I have the front right side of the body. So what I'm going to do before I take more apart is I'm actually going to seam rip here and start making the pattern. Because if I take apart the entire plush and I have all these random pieces, honestly, I confuse myself and I forgot what was what. So at this point, here's what I'm going to do. With the right side here, I'm going to start making this pattern. My favorite thing to use for the paper is just basic paper brown shopping bags from a grocery store. So I flip it over so I have the blank side and I trace right onto that. I like to use this paper because it's sturdy and it lasts. And sometimes we use patterns many times, so it's a really good thing to use this. And the most important thing I can do when tracing this pattern is making sure the pattern is flat as possible and it does not move. Any movement will change the actual shape of the pattern and my final sewing it together won't work out and it just causes aggravation. So make sure it doesn't move. And then I label everything. As long as I understand it, it makes sense. So this is the right side of the body front, and I'm labeling the top paw, bottom paw, where the neck is, and this is just the back center. Because I tell you, when you have all the pieces cut out of paper, it can get confusing. Now I just continue the process, but as I'm tracing here, I notice that my pattern, actually the fabric pattern or the plush pattern actually moved. So I know it's not going to work out when I sew it together. So what I'm going to do is redo it. See, it's totally not working out. It moved. That was my mistake, and I'm glad it happened on camera. So now I'm going to just cross this out, and I'm going to show you how to pin it down. And this is what you should really do to get the most perfect copy of a pattern. So these plastic washers are glued in place and they really don't come off easily. So I'm going to just use some nippers here to break them and pull them right out of the plush. And now I'm just going to create and copy the head pattern pieces. Next, I'm going to recreate the right side of the back body. Now, when you're cutting the paper, make sure you use your paper scissors and not your fabric scissors. So later on in the video, I'm going to explain, some people may not even want to create the left side and just use the right side, front and back, and I'll show you what I mean on a piece of plush. But for now, I'm going to show you exactly how to copy for the opposite side of the body. And all I did was fold it over, I made sure it fit, and I'm going to cut. If this is a larger piece of paper, I would have stapled it together so it didn't move as I was cutting. As I'm making the left and right sides of some of the pattern pieces, some of these only need one paper pattern piece, and some of them, like the ear, needs like 4 pieces. So this all depends on your preference and how you want to lay it out on your fabric, or if you're making a plushie on your plush, right? So some of us like to work with the left side and a right side, like the 2 pieces, even though it's a symmetrical pattern, right? So you lay out the left, you lay out the right, you know you have enough plush. But others of us know that, you know, you could just take the right side and use it this way and then flip it over and you made the other one. So you don't want to cut out your other paper pattern piece. This is totally your preference if you double it up. Typically fabrics could be folded right sides together. You pin down the pattern and you cut out 2. once. But since fabric or this plush is so thick, you don't really want to cut doubled. So this is totally your preference on how you cut out. Do you cut out one or do you make two? Totally up to you. And you look at your original plush to know if you need a left and a right side. And then I do like to go in with a Sharpie and to make my writing a bit more bold and easier to see. Again, any notes that you write is basically for you to understand on how to easily sew the plushie or the project back together. And that is how to make your own sewing patterns and even copy sewing patterns. So again, why would you want to copy a sewing pattern? Well, maybe you're remaking the plush for a more unique or personalized gift. Maybe you're making like memory bears or memory dog plushies out of baby clothing or your children's clothing. So it's a sort of cute keepsake or memory keepsake. Anyway, I hope this video really helped you and inspired you to create your next amazing DIY sewing project. And what I like to do with all of my sewing patterns is keep them in the clear sleeves just like this in a binder, because it really helps. And then I mark the top. And that's it. That's how to copy and make your own sewing pattern. So I really hope this video inspired you to create your next sewing project. So if you love this video so much, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. And if you love sewing plushies, go ahead and check out my other videos right up here on the screen. Thanks again for watching.